All right, so we're going to do the link drive assembly. We're going to download it to the computer. Okay. I think I'm crazy. I'm going to upload, select file, and open. Now, when I go to put this in here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit change location. And I'm going to put it in my admin project, and I'm going to create a new folder. I'm just going to call it FOE2 A. I don't know. I have a million of them at this point, but I'm just trying to make it easier so you guys have a place to save it. So when I look in my waffle over here, I'm in my admin project spot. Scroll down to FOE2A, and there it is. And then I'm going to look back here for a second. Okay, so here we are here. We've downloaded it. We've done the unzip. I did the unzip for you. And now we're going to go ahead and build this. We have to go ahead and do some joints, but the joints have to have some weird restrictions. So they have this negative 57.965. That's going to be something that we do want to take into account. I'm going to show you how I did it. You may come up with a different way, and that's okay. Just do it, you know, like get it done. So I'm going to go to assembly, joint origin, and I'm going to create on the front here, like if I should be able to create an origin right in the middle, which is what I'm trying to do. It's there, but it doesn't want to be. Hold on. I'm here. I'm hanging out. I'm going to hold down shift. Nope. I'm going to hold down control, and then it pops to that middle. So hold down control, hit OK. So now that I've created that joint, when I go to do this with the other one, it should slide into place. I want that pink thing here. So I'm going to go to regular joint, and I'm going to click on that center of that circle there, which exists on this, and now it exists here. And it went weird for me. So my screen's over here. Here, wait, let me reset my screen a little bit. Things all over the place. I'm going to flip it so that it's going in that direction. But this is the thing. It's going to be a slider. So we're going to go to drop down slider. And now it's going to say, which direction do you want? So it's not Z axis for me. I'm going to try X. X looks good. And then my minimum, I'm going to click on my minimum, and that's going to be that 57, what did it say? 57.965. 57.965. Negative, because it just went the wrong way. And then when we go here to maximum, I'm actually going to pull, just to make it easier, I'm going to pull it across to the other side. Oh, that's, okay, I have it backwards. Sorry. 57.965 for this. And then I'll make my minimum is the one I'm changing. No? Yes? No? Maybe so? It's being weird. It's doing it, but slowly for some reason. It must be the way that I have it set up. So all I'm doing is trying to get to the end. So mine happens to be 249.55. I'm going to just make it 250 because why not? Make it nice and even. So if you look at this, it didn't work right. Double click. Within the motion, it should go. Oh, because the rest is in the wrong spot. Rest should be. This should be negative, and this should be negative. Let's try it now. Okay. So that's it. It's negative 250, and then that negative 57.965, and not 4. Why did they add a 4 in there? It loves adding things. Okay. That looks good. So I have my position. I have this. I'm going to hit OK. So now when I slide it, it should only slide between that area. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is some revolutes. So here, it does have degrees, but I found once we put everything together, we really didn't have to worry as much about that. So let's do the red piece next. So we're gonna go to assemble, joint. We're gonna go to the back of the pink. It's like here. And then I'm going to go to the back of the front of the red. So those two, but see, it's in slider, so I have to move it back to Revolute. I'm going to hit OK and see if that works for me. I think that's okay. Yeah. Go back to home. All right, but the next thing I'm going to do is the blue aquamarine kind of color. So for this side, it's going to be the peg. And again, it's a Revolute. So I'm going to do the back of the pink, the red. So I'm going to go here. And then for here, I'm going to do that front piece right here. No, that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. So I'll undo that for a second and rotate it and do the back of it. So because I did the back, I have to do the back. You just have to make sure you're matching it to the right. Can I get to that? I'm going to hold down control so I can get to the right spot. That looks better. Okay. Hit home again because it keeps shifting everything. And now that should, all this stuff is kind of moving around. So now we're going to do this one here. Same thing, Revolute. Make sure I'm in Revolute. I am, so we're good there. Let's do the front of the blue because I feel like that's what I should have done on the other one. Or aqua. And then this part here. Hit OK. Home. So now all of this stuff is kind of in place and doing what it's supposed to. We're going to do two different things here, and this is where it gets weird. So let's do the Revolute first. So because we're still on Revolute, it just kind of makes it easier if we put this in place. I'm going to go here with this back piece here, and then when I look here, I'm going to the back of the hole here. And that's okay. Like that worked out. So the last thing we have to worry about is that peg. So now we're going to go ahead and do a joint. And this time, it's not going to be Revolute. It's going to be pin slot. So that's a completely different one than we've used before. Go back to position. I'm going to do the back of this. And then can I get this without having to make that piece? I might be able to if I use control. So if I go like this and hold down control, I can get in that center. And that does it. I'm going to hit OK. And then it all works out the way it should. So now if we move this, everything should slide correctly. If I've done it correct. Yeah. And then see how the thing kind of moves. The circle moves with it. And that's it. That's all we're doing for this one, guys. So once you have all of that moving correctly, you're done. And you can turn it in. Save it, turn it in.